Right, try not to forget the GoPro and the batteries this time. I've got the batteries. Okay, so the Astro pack for tonight. So 14mm, 24 to 70, 70 to 300 for sunrise, in case there's a sunrise. Pluto trigger, tracker, tripods and everything are in the car. Have you got everything this time? Hope so. Oh, the good news is it's super clear skies and it's dead still. Dead still. Oh, it could be perfect. Oh, there's my head torch. I'm looking for that. So we just arrived at Castlerigg Stone Circle at Castlerigg. Mate Alan's just in front of us here, just pulled up. I know we're shooting night photography, this is ridiculous. Oh, pissing hell. Professional to the end, me. Right. Take two. So I just arrived at Castlerigg Stone Circle with my mate Alan, and he's just getting his stuff ready. So, Milky Way rising probably about 3:30 till about 4:15. Fairly tight time window, really, when you're doing sort of Milky Way stuff. So we're going to have to make sure that we've got everything set up and ready for then. We've come a bit early, so we can do a bit more work before then. So here's my rough plan with a bit of technical details for those of you who are interested in such stuff. So I'm going to set up a time lapse first when I get out there. So that'll be with the Samyang 14mm. I use a Sony A7R II for those of you who weren't aware of that. So 14mm time lapse. Probably try and get the exposures down to about 15 seconds so I can get quite a few images to stitch to the time lapse. Probably leave that running for maybe about an hour. I'll also use them images to to do a star trail. So we'll be pointing roughly, not towards the pole star necessarily, but north-ish, so that the pole star's included in that. I'll have a look when I get out there just to see how these stones line up for the exposure. So once we've done that, leave that running for an hour. Then we're out with the star tracker. So we'll be back onto the Sony 24 to 70 GM. So that'll be try and get the star tracker set up. This will be for the main shot of the evening, which is trying to get the Milky Way sat above the stone circle. Probably need a panorama with the 24mm, so it might be 3 or 4 stacked images. So we'll be doing 3 or 4 tracked images for the sky. So maybe 2-minute exposures. So it'll be 4 or 5 portrait orientation tracked shots once the star tracker's set up. And then I'm going to wait until probably the blue hour to try and get 4 or 5 exposures matching that for the foreground. So we can get quite a nice bit of light, you know, little bit of ambient light coming into that, so get a lot of detail in the stone circle. It might be quite cool with the blue hour, and then we'll blend the two together. That's the plan. And finally, the other thing I'm going to try with the GoPro that I've got here now is a night to day time lapse. So I'll probably set that off as we're approaching. Well, I'm going to set it off in the dark with the Milky Way up, hopefully. I'm not sure how this camera will capture it, but then I'm just going to leave it running and then hopefully catch the sunrise coming up as well. So yeah, quite a few things to do there. So I need to crack on, get my stuff up, get nice and warm, get nice and wrapped up, get the time lapse up and running, then come back to the car and tell you how we're getting on. Because filming, I'll try and do a little bit of filming out there, but it might be tricky obviously because it's fairly dark. Right, enough blather. Let's get on with it. Right, so what I've done, you can probably hear it in the background, just set the star trail off and running now. So 15 seconds intervals, ISO 10,000, and we're gonna leave that for about an hour. And it's a bit cloudy at the minute, so I need the cloud to pass really for it to be any use, but we'll just leave it going and see what we get. We've got an hour to kill, so we're going to go back to the car because it's bloody freezing. You can see from this time-lapse sequence that there was too much cloud about and it never really cleared fully to enable a decent Milky Way shot. The standard of this image is not up to quality really, it's a very poor attempt. The foreground detail is really sort of not sharp and really could have done a lot better. And the same with the star trail shot, to be honest. But I didn't want to just show you the ones that go well, I need to show you the ones that go wrong and what I've learned from it. So, need to get better at that. Pretty poor effort really with these two. Right, Alan and I've moved across to Castlerigg to suss out this shot that we're looking at, that I was thinking about. The wind is absolutely really picked up, it's really strong now. So we're going to set off about a 10-minute walk to some pine trees with hopefully a nice sunrise. But the wind might be an issue because obviously pre-dawn usually, you know, necessitates quite a long shutter speed with the wind, so we might have to improvise a bit. So bit of a chilly walk down, and then we'll see what it's like when we get down there. Well, you can see we've got some nice colour now. The trees behind us, these pine trees, looking quite nice. We're actually shooting in the opposite direction we anticipated. But you've got to go with the colour. There's a lot of pink skies, you can see up there. Quite nice. It's quite tricky to get a composition because it's on the side of a hill. So a bit slopey. To try to build that into the composition makes it a little bit tricky. But lovely trees, nice bit of colour. Should be a nice shot, I think. So that's it for this morning. Quite nice conditions in the end, and after a bit of a disappointing astro shoot, probably quite a decent sunrise, and probably a couple of quite nice shots there. I really like the sort of dynamic nature of the sunrise coming over the top of Great Male Fell. A couple of shots there which I think once we've gotten processed, I'm really hopeful will be quite good. I love the light on it. Drama, sunburst. Get it on your list. Castlerigg, at least the side of it anyway. Right, that's it for this short video. Be more this week, so stay tuned folks. If you don't want to miss out, hit the subscribe button. Comments are always appreciated. Till next time folks, see you later.